Hey everybody, guess what build we're back on? And boy, small base circle cams sure don't leave much metal on them, do they? Wow. Yeah, I guess if you don't want to know you got a small base circle cam, if you got big thumbs like me, you know, if it's as small, as big as your thumb, you got a small base circle cam. Yep, this is the Lenati cam that Buddy got for the 383, which we're getting back on. And then I got looking here. Look at those spark plug holes. That's got the long spark plug, so I'm going to have to figure out which spark plugs go on those heads. They're the Performer 6089s. Which, from what those heads were to what they are now, they really cleaned up. At first, they didn't look like they were worth the time. I mean, you couldn't see nothing. Everything was extremely black. And there's the phone. Hopefully I can do this without any more interruptions, but I ain't going to hold my breath, but the joys of doing your own stuff. But get that one there. I'm using the assembly stuff that came with the cams just because it's there. No other reason. And you know what? All the newest cams I've just got for builds coming up have had this, so I guess that's what we're going to use. Putting it on nice and liberal. Making sure the nose is covered. This is my very first dealing with a small base cam, so the car that this is going in has now been painted. It's turned into a heck of a nice looking car right now. Get some on the distributor gear so that gets protected. And yes, I'm starting to use rubber gloves more because I've noticed it's like the chemicals are starting to react with me. But that's what I'm going to do. When I get that all lubed up and we'll get it in. Then I got to take the heads off, find my degree stuff, check its degree and all that stuff. A lot of work to go into this thing yet. It may or may not be running this weekend, but we'll just keep going. So I'm going to get this cam lubed up, slid in, and then we'll go from there. Check this out. I'm happy. Oops. Look at that. Cam now clears. And there it is. And a little note to you guys, when you put it dot to dot, and if you put it in your vehicle and drop your distributor in, you will be 180 out. You need to make one revolution and get that and that up, then drop your distributor in, then you'll be right on. So the camshaft clears. So now I got to find my degree kit, see if I got everything yet, and get ready to degree this thing and check it. Okay, I had to delete the last photo sheet because I screwed up big time. Yes, yeah, I'm only human. Everybody's human. But it wasn't screw up to the damage. It was, yeah, anyway. Okay, cam's degreed in. It ended up going right straight in. Didn't have to advance it or nothing. And I checked it 3 times to make sure it was right. But in the process, since it is a small base circle cam, he had some of these, and he said they were like 100 thousandths long or something. Well, they're not long enough. For this particular motor, he needs 7.900 push rods. And problem number 2 is, if you look at those threads close, see how they're nice and shiny? Down below, they're nice and tight together. The threads on these studs are pulling. So we're replacing all the studs now. Going with these nice rockers. But what I'm doing here, and I had this is where I had the blonde moment, and I had to use a phone a friend today to get it figured out, because I'm like, something's not right. And yeah, as soon as he said it, I'm like, oh, dumb. You got to check your piston to valve clearance during the overlap. I got both valves where they're exactly open at the same time, and then we got, it goes around once, boom, 130 thou. We got 136 on this, but in order to check it, you got to do that. So yeah, I was like, oh, okay. So we got plenty of piston to valve clearance left. Then didn't realize this set of heads is the deep spark plugs, and I don't know if you guys will be able to see it or not, but I might have to do what they call index. Yeah, you can see the piston right there. Yeah, that's the piston sitting there right there at the end of the hole. Oh, here, I put light in there. Yeah, there, see? There's the dome of the piston right there. So we might have to index the spark plugs to keep the electrodes away from the piston. So yeah, okay. I'm glad the cam clears. It's going. This thing's really, this is where I have a hard time. Jeez, everything falls. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm a rookie at this. Anyway, really? Okay, what I'm having, this, I seriously thought when I got up today, this motor would be something where the 80 over is. But you know, degreasing the camshaft, checking your numbers, making sure you think you did it right, and yeah, it all adds up. And then I wanted these poly locks to be able to free spin, and they won't go halfway down the studs. They are messed up, excuse me. So yeah, I broke out the degree wheel again, used the check-in springs. I like I told my buddy, I'm done for the night. Everything that's taken place with Squirrel and what's going on today, I'm shot. I just needed to, Mom Bear and I just need to get a nice motel somewhere, go away, leave our phones, and just be us. But yeah. Ha! I just noticed something. If you leave your degree wheel on, so I know the piston's at the correct spot, or within a degree. Actually, I want to trust where that is. I might have bumped that while working on that, but yeah. So the piston is at top dead center at overlap. See, you can see they're perfectly across from one another. So yeah, I guess if you leave your degree wheel on, then that really helps you find where the overlap is, because that's where the see, just sitting here talking and looking, figured something else out. So yeah. Anyway, this is hard on the head, and I've had a headache last night, and that just, so I guess everything on this motor is coming out so close on tolerances. I mean, the spark plugs are going to be really freaking close to the piston now. I'm going to have to take a dial indicator, which I got to go get batteries for my dial indicators. I got that old manual one around here somewhere. And measure the length of the threads on the spark plug, and measure to the dome of the piston to see how far the electrode can extend by. So yeah, interesting. It's going to be close. And there's the phone again. With that phone call, I'm out of here. Yep. I went and got the good race fuel for this. Break this motor in, because it's definitely not going to run on pump gas by any means. It'll be very unhappy. So anyway, everybody, stay tuned. It's coming. See you later.